Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. My cats. I swear it's the days of our lives in my house. I swear, y'all. I swear. Hello. I am the African witch bitch. I am back for another Q&A session. For all of you who don't know me, hi. Hi, Kimmy. Hi. For all of you who do not know me, um, I am the African witch bitch. So when I come on Q&A sessions and I am legit like in my house, scratching my balls, just living life, and I answer questions. It could be hoodoo related, it could be political, it could be personal. I don't give a shit. Whatever y'all want to know, you can ask me. And if you don't want to ask me publicly, you can email me. Okay. So it's really good to see you guys again. I came back like hella quick, right? Because people were like, please come live again. Um, Yesterday was too quick. The last live was too quick. I need you to come back, come back. Don't wait, long durations before I come back live. And I'm like, okay. A bitch has some time today. And as you can see, I'm in my moo. I'm comfortable. I'm living my life. So I am here. So let's get started. Let's see who is in the chat. Some of my babies are in here. I need to make y'all some moderators so y'all can kick people out because there's people that be coming in here that's rude as fuck. Okay, War Witch, what's up, boo boo? Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Luca. These are my regulars. Daniela, my baby is here. Okay. How y'all doing? How's everybody? Hello. Okay. All right. So moderators, if y'all see anybody in here with that racist ass, rude ass shit, just kick them out. Block them for life. I don't do the second chances thing. No excuses for that. Okay. All right. Got some mods in here. Okay. Any questions y'all have, you go right on ahead and ask away. Ask away. I am here to serve. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, chat. Hey. Okay, Kemi says, do you leave out the water after you pour libation? No, I don't. I return it back to nature. The water was a vehicle that I used to communicate with my ancestors. So once I'm done, then I just return it back to nature by pouring it outside, or I'll give it to the cats. Like, you give it back to Mother Earth. That's what I do. I don't pour it down the drain because that's a waste. And excuse me. If you know anything about hey, my niece is in the room. Hey, Chani. Hey, baby. If you know anything about any type of pagan practice, Mother Earth is where we draw a lot of our power. And so we always give back and honor her. So when I pour libation, I do not pour it outside. I don't pour it down the drain or nothing. I just give it back to, Mama Earth. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Kimmy. That's perfect. Give it to your bunny and pour it outside, like, or like a potted plant or something. You know what I mean? You're giving it back to the earth. Is there any spell for fame or being popular in public? You Not sure why you would even want that. Okay, Luca, I have a direct question for you, and feel free to answer it in the chat, or you can email me the answer and I won't post it. But the first thing I would ask by you asking me that question is, where is your self-esteem that it matters what a whole bunch of people care or think about you? If you're asking for a spell for popularity, that means that you want the approval and the acceptance of people on a larger scale. So my question would be, why? What would be your motivation for wanting that? Do you need validation from a bunch of people? You hear where I'm coming from? How do you build a relationship with your ancestors? Always Lady Luck, like your name says. the way, okay, in African spirituality, we build, there's a different ways you can build a relationship with your ancestor. Like Kimmy was asking you, we pour libation and we talk to them and we communicate with them. You can also build an ancestor altar. And that's where you get pictures and little effects. You always have the four elements represented: air, fire, earth, and water on the altar with maybe a picture. And if you don't have a picture of your ancestors, you can write down a book, a name, like have a little journal or some paper, and you write down their names and put it there, and you honor them. You water the plant, you feed them, you talk to them, you pour libation. That's an ancestor altar. Ancestor altars are a great way to start. But a lot of people can't have an ancestor art. So depending on where they live and how, the conditions, surrounding their living situation. And that's understandable. So if you're not able to have an ancestor altar, you go outside or you just privately pour libation and you talk to them, and you build that relationship. And then from there, the avenue is open for them to communicate with you. You understand what I mean? Does that make sense? Okay. Let me see if I missed anything. Is there a good spell for fast communication with someone? What do you mean by fast communication? You can always do a call me spell. Those spells work pretty quickly. Hi, Yogi. Oh, gosh. Okay, sorry. Okay, chat is jumping. So, yeah, there you go, Kimmy. I do have a call me spell. Okay, Pure Gold says, how do you use black salt to protect a marriage? Okay, so when it comes to a marriage, and I always tell people this, you got to keep other motherfuckers out of your business. Too many people in your situation will fuck your marriage up. It happens or relationship, not necessarily only marriage, but relationship. I liken a marriage or a relationship like a house. Okay. And you have to keep that bitch fortified to protect the property that you have inside, the valuables that you have inside, i.e., you and your husband. So you have to protect your points of entry. Now, you put black salt down on every point of entry on your home, windows, doors, driveway, anything that's a point of entry in your house. You put the black salt down and you sporadically sprinkle it. And I would usually do it either every turn of season or every moon phase, depending on the traffic. But here's the thing about protecting your marriage. You can do all the work you want to do, spiritual work, to protect your marriage from outside people. But if the two motherfuckers that's in the marriage or that's in the relationship are breaking the seal of the black salt or breaking the seal of protection by going out and running their mouth, there's nothing you can do about that. All the work in the world not going to stop. Am I making sense? So if your husband likes to go to his bald-headed ass mama and talk shit about you and tell them y'all's business, and then they have their own opinion of what he needs to do and what you need to do and this, that, and the third. Now they're in your marriage because he brought them there. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you need to keep a lot of the shit that you're dealing with to yourself. If you and your husband are arguing because he burnt the rice and you was hungry, then why the fuck does his mama need to know that? If you're pissed off because you told your husband to go pay a bill or he told you to go do this and he's angry because of this, that, why the fuck does his big bloated ass sister need to know that? A lot of that shit need to be kept between y'all. And the less people that you have in your business, the less drama you deal with. So if that's your situation, Pure Gold, then you have to have a conversation with your husband and you have to have a conversation with yourself to keep people out of your shit. And if your husband need to vent, you tell him to talk to the ancestors. Don't fucking go running his mouth to his friends and his family. And you don't do that shit either. Because at the end of the day, you guys are the only ones in your relationship and you're going to forgive your husband and he's going to forgive you. But his family ain't going to forget shit and they're going to hold grudges. And that type of energy will come inside your house and fuck everything up. Okay, Kimmy says adding catnip or instant coffee speeds up a spell and attraction results. Yes, in attraction results, she's right. Instant coffee works to speed up a spell, and catnip works. It's a very powerful attraction herb. Hi, Melanie Hazelton, baby. Melanie, I'm finna do something for you. Let's see. Gotcha, Melanie. Okay. Okay. Okay, Shelly. Shelly says, what would be a good spell to do? I'm in desperate need of a permanent home. Baby, get you a road opener. Open up that road so you can get the home you need. And if you find a home that you like, let's say it's an apartment that you're applying for or a loan to get a home, after you do that road opener spell, petition Saint Expedite and watch that motherfucker come through. Yogi Bear says, how do you learn the names? You're talking about the names of the ancestors. You will never, ever know the names of your ancestors. There's people that passed away before you were born, before your mama was born, before your daddy was born, before their daddy was born. You have thousands of motherfuckers surrounding you every day that have a direct bloodline connection to you. It would be impossible for you to know all their names. So it really doesn't matter the names. Okay, of course you know the names of people that you met that passed on, or maybe your grandparents because your parents told you if you never had a chance to meet them. But don't focus so much on knowing all their names because that's an impossible task. That's like, thank you very, very much. That's like trying to count all the grains of rice in a bag of rice. That shit is an impossible task. Like, no, that doesn't matter. Just call on them. And once you say, my ancestors, my spiritually cultivated ancestors, my spirit guides, depending on your practice, they will hear you and they will respond. You don't need to focus too much on their names. And you can, and Jad is right, you can use photos because you know how families keep them old ass photos of different relatives, and then you look at the photo and you're like, Mom, who's this? And your mom's like, well, I don't know. I think that's your grandma's auntie or whatever. I don't know. You can use photos, you can use names, but if you don't have none of that, it's okay. Because think about it, our ancestors back in the beginning practice of hoodoo didn't have photos. Hell, cameras wasn't even invented, and if they were, the indigenous people here and the African enslaved or captive Africans didn't have them. They didn't have access to that shit. They just called on the ancestors, and that was the call right there, the ancestors. So that's all you really need to do, baby. Melanie Hazelton, hey baby, you said, is there a spell to help with weight loss? Skull command your ass. Skull command your damn self. Stick you in a skull commanding spell. Use what color would I use? A white candle or a blue candle. And command your own thoughts. But first, before you do weight loss, you need to think about exactly what is the reason for the weight gain. Is it stress eating? Because you have to identify exactly what it is, because what you're going to do is you're going to target exactly what it is, what your issue is. For instance, my bitch ass like to eat a lot, like for real. Like right now, I was in the store, a bitch was greedy, and I saw the Sara Lee pound cake. I ain't even petitioned in Saint Expedite, but a bitch bought it, and I've been slicing that little bitch up and putting some vanilla ice cream and munching away. Shit, look, y'all, here's my plate. I just finished some right now. Don't judge me. So if you have an issue with stress eating, anytime you fucking are pissed off, depressed, stressed out, the first thing you do is start snacking. Okay, that's one issue. If you have an issue with just overeating, that might be another issue. If you have an issue with portion control, that might be another issue. Whatever your issue is in regards to weight gain, if it could be, there's a bunch of different things, you know what I mean? You address that in your petition. You stuff that candle with some herbs and you light it. And also you drink senna. You drink senna tea once or twice a week. You will see results. If you're one of those unconscious like snackers, like you might be sitting here and you might just grab a bag of chips, you're not even hungry, you watching TV, you notice, oh shit. Some people do that, because I used to do that. Put whatever your issue is for the weight gain, for the overeating, or it might be a lack of motivation. You put in the lack of motivation to work out. If any of that is your issue, you directly target that on a petition paper, stuff that inside a skull, and that thought is going to be implanted in your head. Next thing you know, you're going to feel like Damn, I got the urge to work out. I do want to watch this movie, but let a bitch go run right quick. And you'll get motivation to fix whatever issue you have in regards to weight gain. Do that, baby. Oh shit, the chat jumped, y'all. I'm sorry. The chat has jumped. Shelly, thank you, baby, for the super chat, sweetheart. Thank you. Yeah, Kemi, you'd be surprised on some of those stories that they tell. That's why you got to get you one of them old big mamas and sit at her feet and just listen. Just listen. Okay, the chat jumped, y'all. Freezer's binding spell. How can I stop someone from harming my relationship with my family by binding them out of my life? Ella, Elia, I wouldn't freeze them. I don't do freezer spells. I don't know how effective they are. I know people do them, but I'm old school hoodoo for the most part. I try to keep my practice of hoodoo as old school as possible. So if it were me and I was dealing with people harming your relationship with your family, there's a couple of different ways to do it. I would say, okay, so basically this is how I feel, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong. Elia, these people are sending negativity your way, right? Correct. They're sending negativity that's fucking with your family's relationship. I would reverse that shit and send it back to them. Some people, that's what I would do because I'm a petty ass bitch. I'm just keeping it a buck. You send some shit my way, I'm sending it right the fuck back to you. But you may not feel comfortable doing that. You might just want the negativity stopped. There is a reversal spell you can do, or there is a stop evil spell you could do. Whichever one you want to do. You can also hot foot them, but I don't know the dynamics surrounding who these people are, where they live. If you could sprinkle some powder to keep them away from, I don't know if that would work. But the question that I have for you, and I want you to answer this in the chat, how is it that they're harming your family's relationship? Are they lying on you? And your family's choosing to believe them over you? That's a whole different dynamic to unpack. Because maybe I'm a different type of bitch, but if my family's choosing to believe other motherfuckers who are saying shit about me that ain't true, I say fuck them at all and just separate myself. But that's just me. You may or may not be in a position to do that. So give me more information. I'm waiting on your response. I want to work a spell for my husband who travels so long. Every time something comes up, my dear husband have a lot of blockage in his life. Yeah, I would okay, wait. I want to work a spell for my husband to travel. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I'm reading. I want to work a spell for my husband to travel so long every time something comes up. I don't understand what that means. My husband have a lot of blockage in his life. What you think? Block, bust, and road opener on him. Okay, I think I understand what you mean. I think you mean that your husband has some blockage. I don't know what you mean by travel so long every time. I don't know what that means. But if your husband has blockage, any type of hindrance in his life in whichever way it is, like whether it be financial, whatever avenue in his life, whatever aspect, you can always do a road opener that will open that road. Whatever blockage is in his road, it will be pushed out the way and he can go through it. Highly effective. Your family keep talking shit to you, or the people keep talking shit to you. I'm kind of behind in the chat. I'm trying to get to everything before this shit jumps again. Shelly says, what are your thoughts on sex spells, especially masturbation? Ooh, Shelly. I like sex magic. I do. It's highly effective. For all you people who do not know what sex magic is, let me break it down. Let me give you a quick tutorial on exactly what sex magic is. Daniela, close your ears because I don't want you hearing this. Okay. with the orgasm, it is extremely powerful. During a full moon and certain other parts of the moon, eclipses, etc., you can manifest some shit in this realm by using that orgasm to push your intent into the ethers. So let's say you have your dude. He is going through and you want him to get this promotion at his job. And you go and you start kissing all up on his neck because y'all trying to get in the mood. Maybe he do know, maybe he don't know that you're a practitioner. And you have it in your mind, the whole reason that you're about to engage into this bumping and grinding session is because you want to manifest this new promotion for him, for you, for whatever. Okay. So you get into the bedroom and you are now the whole time that you're engaging in this act, kissing all on his neck, just all up in the neck, because the neck is the spot, the shoulders and the neck. And you rubbing on him and he rubbing on you, and you might pop out a titty and stick it in his mouth. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, y'all is in it, full speed ahead. Okay, grinding, and he got that rotating hip action that you like just so much. Excuse me. Okay, and y'all getting in and out at that moment of release. At that moment of release, when you are seeing stars and your body is doing the convulsions, and he's at that moment where his teeth is gritting and the bed sheets is gritting, and you are about to explode and he's about to explode, right? At that very moment, you are thinking about that promotion because you're putting the intent that you usually put in your candle magic, you're putting that intent into the ethers, and it's out there. Next thing you know, your husband get that call that he got that promotion because you manifested that shit through your vagina. That's sex magic, baby. And I know what you're thinking. Well, damn, I'm a single ass bitch. Maybe I don't have a dude, or maybe I don't have a woman. Well, guess what? Rub one out. Get you some new batteries, because them old batteries, get you some new batteries and maybe light some candles and some incense. Bitch, put on some Marvin Gaye or some shit, whatever it is, kind of music you like to listen to. And you just go and you just buzz yourself into manifestation. Exact same premise apply. Soon, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is you want to manifest, push that shit into the ethers. But here's the thing. There's levels and there's degrees to this shit, because masturbation is highly effective. But when you have a partner, it's way more intense. So, and I'm finna keep it a buck. I'm not saying I've done this, but I do know some of my homegirls have. So ladies, you have that dude in your phone that's your dick appointment. He might be the dude that where the wife be with the gray sweat sometime, and anytime you need a tune up because you're single and you might need a nice tune up, you call him up because he's down, right? Okay. You might call him up and you don't even want nothing to do with him in a relationship, romantic. He's just the dude that's the dick appointment in the phone. You feel me? You call him up and you have him come over and you're just borrowing his body part to manifest some shit. But then the most highly effective thing that I've seen is is when the dude is a practitioner and you're a practitioner, and he got his shit he want to manifest and you got your shit you want to manifest. Y'all come together on a motherfucking full moon or a motherfucking new moon or a motherfucking eclipse or a solstice, whatever, and y'all both manifest that shit and it pops 10 times harder. That's sex magic, baby. All right, what did I miss? Thank you, Tammy, baby. Thank you. Okay, Kay says, any tips on how to get the IRS to process and release your tax return, baby? I would hit up St. Expedite, or I would do a bitch better have my money spell. Okay, Denise, you told me to do a road opener and a follow up with Black Cat Candle. I did the road opener spell without a problem. When I did the Black Cat Candle, it blew out. What should I do? Who blew it out, Denise? Did somebody blow it out, or did it blow out on its own? Okay, is there a spell to get my family to remove an old ex off Facebook? No. Why would you? What does it matter if he's on there or not? Aqua Moon Goddess. What does it matter? Fuck him. Why are you so focused on your ex? My mama is still friends with my ex. I can't lie to you. That shit did irritate the fuck out of me. And she still have him on Facebook, but I'm so focused in what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck if she's friends with him or not. What does it matter? And Melanie, yeah, it is. Oh, somebody sent me an email. Oh, let me check my emails. It blew out on its own. Now, okay, Denise, hold on, let me see. Denise, now that all depends. Usually if a candle blows out or if somebody blow it out, I always redo the spell. I don't relight the candle, not unless it's like if I light it, um, if I light the candle and then and it blows out within seconds after lighting it, then it's okay. You can relight it again. But if it's been burning a minute and it goes out, I always redo the spell. I don't like, some people think you should blow your candles out or snuff your candles. I don't agree with that. And that's not how I was taught. You know what I mean? Okay, let me read my emails. Hold on. Okay. Hi there again. The reason why I want to be, wait, is it okay to read this out? Okay, first, hi Cupcake. I need you to tell me if it's okay to read this email, Luca. I need to know because I'm not going to read it if you don't want me to. Okay. To work with Saint Expedite, do you need a road opener first? Only if you feel like you have blockage. I don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Who is this? Always Lady Luck. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If you feel like you have a blockage situation, then use a road opener first and then do Saint Expedite. But if it's just like a regular petition, like it all just depends on the situation and what you're petitioning, excuse me, Saint Expedite for. Okay, let me see. Emails. Okay. Okay, I can read it. Okay. All right. Luca. Hi there again. The reason why I want to be popular is that I feel the feeling of being the center of people's attention and being able to do whatever makes you happy means a lot to me. Also, there's a question of money. There's so much money with joy as well as being famous. That sounds like you have a deficiency in your self-esteem. And the reason why I say that is because I'm going through your email right now. You said, and I'm going to reread it again and dissect your email, only because you gave me permission to do so. You said, the reason why I want to be popular is that feeling of being the center of people's attention. You need attention on you because you have a deficiency in your self-esteem. You want their validation of having their attention and their approval. You need to do self-love. That should be your number one focus right now. That should be your number one focus. If you're sitting up here, you said that being the people's attention, and being able to do whatever makes you happy, and it means a lot. If it means a lot to you, and I'm only using the verbiage that you used in this email, if it means a lot to you for other people's approval, that's automatic textbook class A example that you have a self-esteem deficiency, baby. That's what you need to focus on. That should be your number one focus, is to boss your self-esteem up. Because if you had healthy self-esteem, you wouldn't give a fuck what people thought of you. And you wouldn't give a damn about their approval of you to make you feel good. You don't need other people's validation to make you feel good. Okay. Let me see. Cupcake says, can you use black candles for banishing negativity and opening roads and doors? You can use a black candle for protection, and you can use a black candle for bringing in good luck. You can also use an orange candle for opening roads and doors. So if that was your thing, Cupcake Baby, if you wanted to send away some negative shit and bring and open up a door, I'd use a black and an orange together. Chime candle, candle magic, light that bitch, set your intent, and let that burn out with a petition paper. That's what I would do. I have chime candles on my website for 75 cents each or some shit like that. I can't remember, maybe $1. I know it's cheap. So that's all you need. You know what I mean? Should your altar be advertised? Oh, that's a damn good question. Okay, she says, the way I do it, like I might. Okay. She says, should your altar be, or he says, should your altar be advertised? Like when company come over, should you take it down? Fuck no. You do not take your altar down. I don't take my altar down. I know people do during certain times of the year, especially in the Latin communities. The Latin community, they only put them up around certain times a year and leave them up. My shit stay up all year long. And I'm very selective of who I have over my house. I don't let just anybody in here because I don't need their energy disrupting my flow. So I'm not taking my altar down. And if you are lucky enough to come in my home, you already know what I do. Don't touch my altar or you will get fucked up. I don't let no strange energies in my house. But if you do come into my house, don't put your hands on my shit. Don't touch nothing on my altar. Ever. Hell, I be trying to get her little ass not to eat shit and drink the water, but they don't listen to shit I say. But the ancestors don't mind about pets because pets are familiars in the spirit realm. But having other people come and looking and oh, what's this? You will get cussed the fuck out and thrown out of my house. You touch my shit. So no, you shouldn't advertise. I personally do not take pictures of my altar and post it because it's private. That is a private, sacred spot. And it's not something that I do. I personally do not recommend that you do it either. I know during Los Muertos, like certain times of the year, people will take pictures and post it and they're proud of it. And that's fine if you feel comfortable doing that. But to me, it's none of your business how I communicate with my ancestors. And I'm not going to sit up and post a picture showing what I do because that's just way too personal for me. My working altar, I don't mind showing you. I have an oil burner, some incense holder, and or I might give it, or if I'm giving an offering to an Orisha or to a Loa, to a deity, that's not on my ancestor altar. That's different. That's somewhere else. But I'm not going to show you pictures of my ancestor altar, and I'm damn sure not going to take it down to make other motherfuckers who don't live in my house feel comfortable. That's just me, though, baby. Thottish YouTubian, Matt. Yeah, she said I look like Chewbacca. Admins, come on now. Yeah, all right. I just blocked her ass. Fuck that bitch. Bitch, your name is Thought. Fuck you. Okay. Let's see. Where am I at? Okay, okay? So she says, is it all right to burn your petition after the spell is done? Yes. Burn your petition paper, take the ashes, go outside, and scatter them in the wind. That's what you do. Or you can save the ashes to make black salt if you want to. Some people do that, but I don't, because whatever is on your petition paper is a completely different spell than protection work. You might be doing something totally different, and I don't like to mix the two. That's just me, though. Danaka said, I don't like calling you a bitch. Please don't mind me calling you Empress. I caught some rainwater to clean my crystals. Excellent. Excellent, baby. And I want to ask if I could use dragon's blood resin and charcoal to clean. You can use dragon's blood. I don't use charcoal to cleanse. Charcoal you can use for protection, but I don't use it to cleanse. But yeah, you can definitely use rainwater, and you can use dragon blood. When you light the dragon's blood, because I have cone incense on my website, you just hold your crystals inside the inside the smoke. You definitely can do that. Oh, cool. You have a traveling altar? That's awesome. I've seen some of those. Those are nice. Oh, Cece. Hey, baby Cece. You said, man, I just had to restrain myself. My mother just blew out my candles on my altar. 7-day candles were burning. Ugh, I'm sorry. That would be hard. Don't cuss your mama out, but I understand your frustration. Yeah, altars are private. Dragon's blood smells good. I have them on my website. I like the way they smell. Oh, you're talking about, I think he meant the resin. Oh, maybe if you're talking about the resin over a charcoal disc, then yeah, you can definitely do that. I thought you meant taking charcoal itself and using that to clean by itself. But yeah, Shelly says, when is Saint Expedite petition? Whenever you have a matter that's super hella urgent and you need fast, quick, and in a hurry results. You don't need no time for no 7-day candle to burn down. You don't need no time. If you need something quick, that's why how he got his name expedite, expeditiously, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Hi, Lenny. Yeah, dragon's blood does smell good. Oh, you knocked over your 7-day candle accidentally and it got on your carpet. So annoyed. I've done that too. I've done that too. Hi, Miss Nubia. How do you get somebody to tell the truth, baby? Miss James, go on my website and do my truth tea. I have an episode on my website for truth tea. Do that. Oh, let me check my emails. Let me check my emails. Okay. Oh, you just sent me a picture. I don't know if you want to be anonymous with the picture. I know you're in the chat because I see you, but it looks good. It looks real good. Oh, hi, Mariah. Thank you for your support, sweetheart. Can you use somebody's hair for what? What do you use someone's hair for? What do you need to use their hair? Mariah, I'm waiting for your reply. Then you might, okay, Cece, if you've done the call me spell twice and you're not getting any results, you might have blockage. Do road opener. You have Kimmy, you same thing. You said that your spells aren't fully manifesting. How can I get them to pop better? You might have blockage. Do road opener, baby. Build a relationship with your ancestors, Kimmy. Unk earrings. Oh, wait, hold up. Miss Nubia, are you who I think you are? I can't tell by your thumbnail picture. Miss Nubia, let me know if you are who I think you are, who was talking about the Unk earrings. I don't want to say your name on here because you didn't. Oh, okay. So I'm finna do something for you too. Good. Okay. Yes, I haven't seen the picture. Did you post them? Let me check. Because I love Unk earrings. I do. I wear the Unk a lot. That is one of my sacred symbols. I haven't seen them. Send them to me directly. Send them to me directly. I do have natural free too. I do have a head spell on my channel, the skull commanding spell, where the lady asked me to do it because her son was being bullied. I do have it. So go on my channel and look. That's head work. Any skull commanding work is head work. You need a good dick spell. I have that on my YouTube channel too. I have that on my YouTube channel too, honey. I did a breakup spell. It manifested, but again, the couple are together. Okay, Leo. I need an explanation on why you broke them up. I did a breakup spell. It manifested, but again, the couple are back together. Again, they are threatening us. Please help. Who's the couple? What's going on with the couple? Why do you want them broken up? Why are you in their business? What's the reason? Your love spells are bringing you dead connections. Yeah, 44. info@theafricanwitchbitch.com is my email address. My website is theafricanwitchbitch.com. African spelled with a K. Thank you so much for the super chat. The way I do it like I might. The way I do it like I might. Thank you so much for the super chat, baby. One thing I do notice is a common thread on people who's asking for help, who's is a lot of people out there got some self-esteem issues. And they are dealing with a lot, and they just want to do a quick spell to fix it and keep it pushing on their own trajectory of fuckery. Dude sent me an email saying that he's been stalking his ex. Well, he didn't say stalking, I say stalking. But anytime you look through a motherfucker's window and follow them and sit outside their job because you want them back and they don't want you because they caught you cheating. Like she caught this motherfucker, walked in on him cheating, and he's remorseful. So she left his ass. And now he wants her back, and he's been on this mission to get her ass back for 6 months. And he wants to know what spell he can do to get her back. First of all, I told him, you're not even sorry you cheated, motherfucker. You sorry you got caught. Because if she hadn't came in and walked in on you on the downstroke fucking somebody else, you would still be fucking somebody else right now. So because she did the right thing, which I don't fucking blame her, by leaving your ass, now you want to sit outside her job and you want to use spell work to manipulate her mind to get her back. That sounds like some fucking self-esteem and some narcissistic shit. Like people sit up and really think that they own another person. Like that person that you have agreed to get into a relationship with, you have a possession over them. That's your possession. And when they decide they don't want to be with you, now you think you're entitled to be with them and you want to use spell work and my ancestors and my magic to do so. So now that, okay, let's say I help you. Now I have this whole entire bitch over here who's sitting next to you miserable, waiting to be cheated on again. Like, motherfucker, you couldn't even cheat respectfully? Out of all the beds in the city that you live in, and I'm not finna say who it is, you know I don't divulge. You had to choose the bed you and your girlfriend shared. Out of all the bed, you could have used any bed. You had to choose that bed, and you didn't even get your timing right, so she walked in on you, and you think that she should accept that type of maltreatment and get back in a relationship, and you want to use me to help you do it? No. And it wasn't even like it was the first time he cheated. He had been cheating on her, and now he's sitting outside her job. I wish I could find the bitch and tell her to fucking put him in a jar to get him the fuck away from her as a protection tool. It just seems like it's a common thread with people having self-esteem issues and not even understanding that you got to love you first. You have to. You can't force nobody to be with you that don't want to be with you. And them other YouTube bitches out there, these other witch bitches out there will do the shit, take your money and keep it a buck, like be piece you out. Because they literally just want your cash. They don't give a fuck about the other person. I do. because I'm not finna do that shit. They don't give a fuck about you and your mental health. I do, because I know that you need some fucking self-love. But they'll take your money and they'll run with it. That ain't me. No, 44, the lying to me for the reason won't work because the ancestors ring bells in my essence, and I'll know when somebody bullshitting me. Like this one bitch. And y'all know I'm not cussing people out. I use the word bitch a lot. It's my favorite word, okay? She's like, I need to beat my court case. My court case is coming up in exactly 2 months. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the issue? What's going on? Well, they said that I stole some money and they're trying to put me in custody. And I'm like, okay. And I knew when I was talking to her that she was lying to me. I knew it. The bitch stole that money, and the job only wants her to pay back what she stole. And they're going to court just to get a garnishment so she can pay back. They don't even want to put her in custody. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Why the fuck would you do court case work, bitch? If you stole the money, you legit fucking stole the money. You got caught red fucking handed stealing from your job. Pay the motherfucking people back their money and keep it a buck. Why do you need magic so you don't have to be held accountable for your fuckery? I don't understand that. I do not for the life of me get that shit. All right, let me go back to y'all questions. I done been ranting and raving long enough. Okay. How long do you leave out offering for Saint Expedite? I do, for me, I leave it out for like maybe like a day, and then I toss it into nature. The bread, the cake, I give it to birds. They love that shit. I just put it outside and the seagulls gobble that shit up. Yogi, I already answered your question about the ancestors, baby. I already answered about you. You'll never know who they are. Thank you, Jessica. Yep, you guys are dropping some knowledge in the chat. I like that. I really do. What do you do if you feel a dark spirit is bothering your 1-year-old at night? She yells and fights and sleeps like something is bothering her. What do you mean by dark spirit? Are we on that again? Is dark bad? Are you talking about a negative spirit? Are you talking about what I use words a lot. I'm an orator. I like to talk. I like to express myself. So I'm confused as to what a dark spirit is. Okay, Leo, I didn't see what you said. You said, please reply to me, but I don't see what you said. Let me go up. The chat is jumping, baby. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I promise I'm not doing it intentional. The couple are toxic. They're into drugs and they trouble my husband for money. They threaten us. So somebody's fucking with your husband? So if that's the case, and there's a couple that's in drugs, why your husband can't leave them alone? Why is he associating with them? He just can't walk away. And if they're threatening him, then put him in a jar. What are you waiting on? That should have been the first thing you do. Somebody threatening your husband and they're drug addicts? How is he having interaction with them? Because it may not even be necessary to put, oh, it's his son. Oh, okay. See, I didn't see that part. My apologies. Your son and his bitch are threatening your husband? Okay. Is it possible for your husband's son for your husband to completely cut his son out of his life? Is it possible for him to just completely cut his son out of his life and have no dealings with him so he can threaten all he wants, but you talking to the block line? Like, you know what I mean? I don't use the term dark energy. I don't use the term dark magic. I don't think black is bad. I know black is not bad. The only reason why we use dark energy, dark magic, black blackmail, black whatever, It's because white supremacy has deemed dark bad and light good. Like people will say, I'm a dark worker, I'm a light worker. That's all white supremacy that influx that into our practice. And I reject that notion 100%. And it's one of my biggest pet peeves when I hear people say black magic or dark work or anything like that, because that shit does not exist. And that's Wicca shit, because white people created that whole dark is bad narrative shit. I don't subscribe to that. So when people come to me saying black magic and dark, I ignore them. I delete that email. I don't even respond. Now, if you're talking about negative energy that's surrounding your daughter, hold on, Leo, I haven't forgotten about you. Let me address her first. Give me 1 second. If you're talking about a negative energy that's surrounding your daughter, it could very well be, I don't know why you consider it negative. You have to tell me, why would you consider it negative? The baby might be scared because it's unfamiliar. Spirits surround children all the time, familiars. And because children, especially at 1 year old, in African spirituality, we believe that they're nothing but ancestors reborn. So she might be speaking to family members from either side of her family or your baby's family. And it might frighten her. That doesn't necessarily mean it's dark or bad or negative unless you really truly sense and know that it's negative and it's low vibration. If that's truly the case, I would get a reading and find out exactly who it is and then go from there. Then I'd protect my home by doing protection work so that the energy leaves my space. That's what I would do. Leo, your husband's son is a crackhead or a drug addict of some sort. And he's threatening your husband for money because he's a nut job because he's on that shit, right? Okay, hold on. My husband is very humble and caring, and they are taking advantage of him and they're threatening him, saying, oh yeah, they're using psychological manipulation. So if this is the case, this goes back to the house analogy that I talked about. The only way for your husband to stop his son from being threatening him and taking advantage of him is for him to cut the purse strings and to cut him off. There's no other nice way to do it. You can't be nice to somebody who's manipulating you. You can't reason with somebody who's threatening you. You need to cut them off. And if he's keeping the door open, i.e. letting them into your home, your marriage, your relationship, by keeping that point of entry open, then that's why they're going to always be there. He has to close that door and lock it and chuck up the deuces and keep it pushing. He has to do that. You can't do it for him. And if his son is on that shit, that's a good question, 44. Yeah, exactly, Jessica. Facts on facts on facts. He's enabling his son. He can't sit up and complain about his son's crack-ish behavior if he's actually enabling him to be a crackhead or coke addict or whatever he is. He has to be the one to cut that connection. Miss Chrissy Wright, you emailed me a question. Oh, he's not cutting him off? Then I don't know. There's nothing you can do. There's not. That's a tough one. There's nothing you can do. He's going to continue to manipulate because your husband's allowing it. He's the one who's enabling the whole situation. It literally, the buck literally stops with him. If your stepson, you want to separate your husband from his son, I don't know if I'd recommend that. I don't know if I would recommend that. Because usually a separation spell for like the candle that I have, that's for a romantic partner when there's sex and love involved on that type of love level, not like son, father love level. That's a different type of love level. I don't know if I would recommend that. I wouldn't. If he's toxic and he's going, that again, it all goes with your husband. He has to be the one to say that he wants it, that he doesn't want to be taken advantage of anymore. If you see me and I get paid on Monday and I go outside and I give all of my rent money to this fine ass dude with some shoulders and arms that live next door. And then I come to you bitching and complaining that I don't have money for my rent. The first thing you're going to tell me is, bitch, stop giving your money away to dude down the street and you'll have money for your rent. And I said, okay, but every time I get paid, I go trick my money off and I keep tricking my money off and I keep tricking my money off and I keep tricking my money off. You're going to be like, the fuck? Don't come to me complaining that you don't have money for rent and bills if you keep tricking your money off. It's literally the same shit. Your husband can't complain about his son being a cokehead and taking advantage of him and threatening him if he's enabling the behavior. What do you do to overcome doubt when you thought your ancestors said money was coming on a certain day and it didn't? You're a new practitioner, mighty long way, huh? That's one of the biggest problems that new practitioners have is when they get a something like a confirmation or a communication from the other realm that they doubt that it's going to come, and that doubt can cause it not to come. Like facts, you know what I mean? Like if you had a reading and the reading said blah 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 was about to happen, and you have doubt, you can literally fuck your own future up and your own prosperity up by negative, because you having doubt is negative energy and you're putting that out there. So you gotta kind of think about that, and you gotta walk in your truth and trust the reading and trust the process and trust your power. We sold our house because of his family. You agreed to sell your house because of your family. Okay, you need a cleanse. Ask T Marie. You need to cleanse. Ask Teresa for a cleanse. Ask her for a cleanse. Or you can do it yourself. That's right, Nubia, baby. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Kimmy, you're on point. You gotta put your foot down. You gotta put your foot down. Shit. You hold on. Let me see if I can even say this. If your husband is so enthralled in his son to the point where it's causing you to sell your house and it's fucking up your life, I would separate from my husband and tell him, if he's refusing to do it, if it were me, I'm just telling you what I would do. I would separate from my husband and I'll say, okay, now you're married to your son, go be with him. And he needs to make a hard decision of if he wants his wife or he wants his son, because if he want to be with you, he can't have his son fucking up your marriage. And he needs to make that choice on his own. I wouldn't recommend you do any spell work to help him come to that conclusion. You don't need a name. You don't need a birthday for a honey jar, Jat. Thank you so much. The way I like it. Thank you. Jat, you don't need a birthday for a honey jar. You can use a photo or you can just put their name, their first and last name. Jessica's on point. Jessica, you calling it, baby. You calling it. No. Mike's World, no, he doesn't get mad if you petition him too much. That's his job. People are petitioning Saint Expedite all around the world. Kimmy is right. Give him an ultimatum. Yep. I wouldn't recommend you do spell work, Leo. I wouldn't recommend you do it. That wouldn't be my recommendation for you, sweetie. Coffin boxes, Jacqueline. I talked about them yesterday. They're very, very powerful to kill a situation. Hold on, excuse me. Ooh, yeah, I got allergies. Excuse me, sorry. Coffin box work deadens a situation. If you have a situation where where your work ethic is dead, your finances are dead, your relationship with your mama is dead, any type of relationship that's dead, you can kill that situation. Let me be careful what I say with a coffin box work. Um, there's certain ways you do it in certain herbs, and you bury that person, that situation in a cemetery, and that's really the only place you can bury it, in a cemetery. You don't bury coffin boxes in any other place. I guess if you can't get to a cemetery, you can do it in a woods or something like that. But for the most part, you have to bury it, and that kills the situation. So you got to be real, real, real careful how you use a coffin box. You don't. That's some big, big energy spell work. That's not some fly by night shit. And the reason why I haven't done it yet is because too many people are reckless with the way they practice, and I don't want to help them fuck something up for them, because you can fuck yourself up in the meantime as well as you hurting another person or situation. So that's what a coffin boxes are for. Yeah, I have a description under the if you go to my website, let me put it in here. You go to my website. That's my website. I sell low cost hoodoo supplies. You can go there. And if you want to buy something but you don't know what it's for, click on the item and read the little description that I give. And if you have any more questions, just hit up my email. My email is info at hold on. Oh, Kimmy put it in there. Thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. That's my email. Info at theafricanwitchbitch.com. Do you need to get spiritual permission to bury something in the graveyard? If so, who do you ask? I watched your graveyard dirt video. I do work with the graveyard. Well, being that I am a practitioner and of African descent, there's certain work that I do in the graveyard so that I'm always welcome there. I don't just walk up in the graveyard all like I have an entitlement. There's certain protocol that you do. And there's certain deities that you reverend and that you give offering to. And then you're always welcome, because that's somebody's home, and you show respect. You don't just go up in there like you want to, like you just have an entitlement to do so. No. So I don't get since I've already done the work, then I go and I bury it. But it all just depends on the type of practice. I fucks with the death lowest, so I have a different set of rules and guidelines that I have to do before I do work in a cemetery, or like certain debts that I have to pay. Jacqueline says, can spells work on people who have mental health issues? Sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry, but my allergies are fucking with me. Yes, they do. They can be highly effective. To help people with mental health issues like depression, somebody who's chronically depressed, there's certain things you can do, certain herbs you can take, and resins you can burn to help get over that. Self-esteem issues you can help. You can do definitely, especially if it's severe self-esteem, disorders and shit like that. Definitely. Leo says, can I call? You can't call, say, expedite for something like this. No, because your husband's gonna negate whatever. This is why I'm telling you, Leo, because you're not listening to me, baby. Listen to me. Listen, Linda, listen. Okay. This is why I'm telling you, don't do no spell work. You're gonna have to separate yourself from this situation and let him make his own decision. Because whatever work you do, is going to be negated by your husband. He's enabling the whole situation. And you can't help somebody who don't want help. Your son-in-law, or what is it, stepson? Yeah, your stepson knows that he got a mark. And that's no disrespect to your husband, but that's exactly what he is. He's a straight up mark. So he's gonna keep milking that titty because the milk keep flowing. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna keep on squeezing that titty, baby. He gonna keep on squeezing. And until you leave and you make it real clear to your husband that this is what it do and this is what it don't, then let him make a choice. Because unless you want your life to continue on the same trajectory, he has to boss up and make the choice. And that's it. That's literally all I can tell you. I can't tell you what you want to hear. This is what you want to hear. And I'm not saying you, but this is what people want to hear. Yes, you need to do some more. Oh, I know a spellcaster, or I could do the spell for you, and I can make it so that your husband hates his son and he'll separate from his son, and it'll cost you $300. Fuck that. No, I'm not doing that shit. No, I'm not finna fucking blow smoke up nobody's ass. Shit, the only thing I love up my ass is a tongue. Let me see. Oh yeah, you could compliment the headstones. Yeah, you do. Show respect when you're there. Bring gifts, bring offerings. You don't never take without giving something back. Trust me. Can Saint Expedite bring a man? No, he don't, honey. He does quick work, like a job interview, like some money you need right now. Like you need you want to get approved for this house. Like you want the job to give you that time off so you can go visit your dude out of state so he can knock the frame out of your yoni type shit. He doesn't bring like stuff like that. I wouldn't do that. I would do self-love, and I'd work a rose quartz if you want to manifest a man. Because you want unconditional true love. So rose quartz crystal is highly effective. Study about Cece. Hey Cece baby. She said, can you yeah, Azuli. Okay, so study her and give her an offering. Cece, that is your homework tonight, baby. Read up on her and give her an offering. If she came to you in a dream and you feel like she's tugging at you, like she's doing this, that means she wants to work with you. Give her an offering and open up that door so that you can work with her. Anytime a deity wants to fuck with you, i.e. you have dreams about them, visions, etc., you're meditating and they come through, give them an offering and start the process, the road to working with them. They're calling you. They're tapping you on your third eye, telling you, I want to fuck with you. Go fuck with them. Oh, Jack, you're trying to get a fuck buddy. Oh, don't fuck with a rose quartz, Jack. I didn't know. I thought you want like unconditional, like a boyfriend, relationship, husband type shit. No. Okay. So if you just want a fuck buddy, Jack, shit, don't fuck with no rose quartz. Shit, if that's all you want, hell, open up a damn swipe left, swipe right account. That's easy. If you just want to give away some coochie coupons. Oh, you sent me an email. Sean, do you want me to read it out loud, Sean? Hold on. Let me see. Let me check and see if I can read it out loud. I'm checking my emails. I'm sorry, you guys, that I haven't been checking my emails. I'm finna cuss. Okay, I'm finna read this shit out loud only because you say yes and I'm seeing it and I just literally got pissed the fuck off. Hold on, let me collect myself before I jump into this goddamn email. Okay. You got Tinder? Okay, it'll come through. It'll come through. It'll come through. Nile, Zara, you have a you want to stop laziness? then you need to do a skull commanding spell on yourself. And procrastination is one of my issues too. So definitely you need to do that. So let me read this shit. Hi, African witch bitch. I had a weird experience a couple of days ago where the Voodoo Instagram page messaged me saying that Oludumare and his ancestors told him to come and connect with me, saying I have blockage in my life and I should initiate into Ifa religion and do the Ebo divination ceremony. I smell bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why I'm smelling bullshit all up into this damn email, but I'm going to stop right there and tell you flat out, I smell bullshit. I started spell work a couple of weeks ago. My first work was on a full moon last month where I wrote a petition paper and burned it, and I'm seeing results. I like that part because what you did was manifest some shit on your own, and you did it, and you did it yourself, and you're feeling the power. Okay, moving right along. Okay. When I was replying to his message on Instagram, I felt like my strength was leaving my body. I don't know if I was paranoid or immediately blocked by him. Started praying and reading Psalms 91 and 93. What do you think about this, bitch? Let me tell you what I think about it. And this is for Shan. First and foremost, whoever sent you this goddamn email is 100 textbook class A scam, scam, scam. Okay, first of all, bitch, let me tell you this. If Oludumare wanted to work with you, you don't need no motherfucking on IG to come and tell you that he want to work with you. Oludumare will come tell you himself that he want to work with you. Exhibit A. Exhibit B, they're saying that you need to go and get initiated into Ifa religion and do Ebo. Okay, that right there is the price tag, bitch. They're finna charge you about $400-500 to do this. This is where the scam is coming in. They come and tell you this, and what this is supposed to do is invoke some fear in you. Oh, or you have some, oh yes, he wants to work with me. And then you open up your wallet and that's pretty much what they want. Okay, you feel me? So then you did the right thing. Bam. You started spell work a couple of weeks ago, and your first spell was on a full moon. You wrote out a petition paper, you burned it, and you're seeing results because you did that from your own power. You didn't need to go pay a motherfucker a whole bunch of money and listen to some bullshit ass IG fucking message to tell you that is a scam, sweetheart. I'm so glad you were smart enough not to fall for it. So here's the kicker of the email. Here is the kicker of the email, this last part where she says, I was replying to the message on Instagram and I felt like my strength was leaving my body. Bitch, that's because the ancestors was warning you that the shit they sent you was fucked up. And the only reason why they warned you that the shit that they was sending you, they were sending all these red flags, waving the shit around, letting you know that the shit they sent you was fucked up and it was a scam because you already tapped into your own power, built that relationship with your ancestors, and they're manifesting by tugging you like, bitch, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Run, mayday, mayday. That's why you felt your strength leaving your body. That right there, baby, was a direct communication from the ancestors to you, warning you that somebody was on some fuck shit. And that right there is textbook example, mic drop, why you need to build a relationship with your ancestors, because they're in the room when nobody else is there, and they can tell you and they can let you smell the bullshit coming a mile away. That right there. This is why I am teaching y'all, if y'all don't listen to shit else I say, I'm teaching you guys to come into your own power. Don't trust these other motherfuckers to do spell work for you. Do the shit yourself. And if you don't know how to do it yourself, fucking learn how to do it yourself. And if you don't want to learn how to do it yourself, fucking build a relationship with your ancestors and let them guide you how to do it yourself. And if you don't want to do none of that, you're a lazy ass bitch and you deserve to get God. Well, nobody deserves to get God, but y'all get my point. Let me go back up in the chat because I know I was going off. But yeah, that's what happened, honey. You protected yourself because you had that relationship with your ancestors and you were building, you were doing your own spell work, and they warned you that that was some bullshit. And I'm glad you didn't fall for it. At least I hope like hell you didn't. Okay? Okay, I'm going. I mean, chat done jumped. I need to do something about. I was thinking about opening up a Zoom because a lot of this shit, like I can't even fucking see it. It'll jump so quick, and I know I'll be missing um questions, and I don't want to miss you guys' questions. Thank you, War Witch. Thank you. The reader charged $170 and $10,000 to cleanse. God, that pisses me off. Oh, $300 for an emergency reading? Okay. Yeah. I don't know how to freeze the chat. Shit, is that something new that they a new feature? Ugh. Okay, y'all, I've kept y'all long enough. It's time to go. I got shit to do. Feel free, you guys, to reach out to me. I really, really appreciate. Wait, let me check and see if I have any more emails. Nope, I don't. These are ones I have to answer. But look, you guys, seriously though, all bullshit aside, hey, Sean, is that her? Shan, I'm talking to you directly. She said, "Thanks so much for replying to my email. Which bitch, I felt a tingling all over my body. That was the ancestors, honey, confirming what I was saying was true. I never tell y'all nothing wrong. I don't have no reason to tell y'all nothing wrong. I don't have no ulterior motives to tell y'all nothing wrong. I'm not finna charge no motherfucking $300 and $400 and $500. Shit, the most expensive thing on my website right now, I think it's like $15. And that's only because I'm going through a sale. But after my sale is over, and my sale is over on 111, I think I'm gonna just go to 112 so people can get everything they need. It'll be like $20, like legit $20. And that's for an abalone shell with a stand. That's like this big, huge. You feel me? Y'all, and I know y'all done heard me bitch about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and bitch about it a little bit more before I get off this live. I don't understand for the life of me some of these practitioners on how they scamming these people. And y'all keep sending me the links to these other YouTube pages. When y'all come across some fuck shit, people usually shoot me the link. I look at it and I'm just like, and if y'all want, and I'm not saying this to be selfish, please refer some of these people to my channel so that they can know the real, so that they can not get got, so they can not get taken advantage. Think about what happened to Sean. What if she was one of those people who really fell for that shit and she gave these people a whole bunch of money and now she asked out of money because they scammed her and had her thinking, do you guys know who Oludumare is? He's an Orisha. The top Orisha. The daddy of all the Orishas. You think he need a motherfucker on IG to come reach out to her? You I mean, you think he need a motherfucker on IG to let somebody else know he want to work with them? Just send them to me. I'll tell him the real. And I don't give a damn how many enemies I'm making this witchy realm because I'm not coming for nobody's job. Everybody has a right to practice any way they want, and that's fine. But you don't, it's unethical as fuck to scam people and to lie and to cheat them because that right there is a telltale sign that you don't have no power, that you are a fake in this magical game. Because if you really truly did have fucking power, you wouldn't have to scam motherfuckers. You could manifest that shit on your own, like legit on your own. You can go in your room right now with your man or with your toy, masturbate and get buku shit in your bank. You can do that. It's possible. It's called manifestation through sex magic. You don't have to send out mass emails scamming motherfuckers if you were a true practitioner. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you very much for tuning in. I am the African witch bitch, hoodoo practitioner. If you want to join my Facebook group, because we're getting a lot of new members in my Facebook group, please go to Facebook and look up African Witch Bitch Tea Room. And we will not add you into the group unless you answer all the questions. If you do not answer all the questions, you will not be added in the group. All of them. And you have to answer them the right way. Because we're not going to have people scammed in my group. I will fuck you up. All right. You guys have a good night. Ashe.